Hey folks, and welcome into the Truck King YouTube channel. This is the 2026 Ram 2500 Warlock. And for 2026, it's the first time that the Warlock name has come up here to the heavy duty lineup. The idea is to offer some good off-road features and some value. And you know we got to put it to the test. So we're here at the Chelsea Proving Grounds where Ram actually develops these trucks. We're going to go hit an off-road course. I'll show you inside and out, and then we'll talk about, is there good value here? Let's dive into it. Let's start by talking powertrains. Now, the standard engine on the Warlock, and the one that's going to save you the most money, is the 6.4 liter Hemi V8, but the truck we're testing today has been upgraded with the Cummins, which now makes 430 horsepower and 1,075 pound-feet of torque. Previously, you couldn't get the high output version of the Cummins in the 2500, but Ram changed that just last year. Now, every single one of these HDs comes with those high output numbers. So yeah, nice that the 2500 customer also gets those massive torque numbers as well. So again, this is the Warlock, really going for that blend of off-road features and value. Styling-wise, it's not quite as upgraded as, say, the Rebel is from the exterior. I still think it looks pretty nice. Some people are still torn on this grille, but I gotta tell you, it has grown on me. Now, rolling back, we get to the important stuff. First of all, a set of Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax, so good set of all-terrains there. Behind that, you're getting a set of Bilstein shock absorbers, so upgraded suspension, and that comes together to offer you a 1-inch lift on this truck, so it's also sitting a bit higher and getting some better off-road numbers. We do have a fixed running board right here on this truck and a nice set of towing mirrors right there. Now, as we get around the back, you'll see this is really the one thing that denotes it as a Warlock is these rear quarter panel stickers. Outside of that, it does look pretty standard, but I do think that's what Ram was going for because, again, this truck is supposed to save you money. It's not supposed to be flashy like the Rebel is. And now the one thing I do want to check while I'm walking by this door is the payload, because that's the other reason you might go for a more basic version on this truck is to get a better payload number. So we'll check the sticker. And yeah, this truck is 2,949 pounds of payload, which is pretty dang good for a truck that's getting off-road suspension and tires and skid plates, but still has that high number. Now, the one sort of absent upgrade here is a rear locking differential. In the heavy duty trucks, you're not getting lockers until you step up to the Power Wagon. The problem with the Power Wagon is it has terrible towing and payload. So that's what you got to decide. Do you want the towing and payload? Well, then you're going to want to stick with the Rebel and the Warlock. If you really want the off-road capability and you can live without the towing and payload, well, then go up to the Power Wagon. So yes, if you need lockers, you go Power Wagon. Otherwise, here in the Warlock, you're just getting a limited slip differential out back, and we'll see how that handles out on the trail. Now, the other place you're really going to notice this is a Warlock is inside.
Hey folks, great news. You've seen us pitching giddy-ups before. Well, we ran out last fall. Now we have a whole new supply. These ones right here. Hey, these are the synthetic type. They only come in black in this design. However, these are bargain price, 25 bucks a piece, or we'll sell you a set of 4 for 80. Listen, for anybody that needs a little help getting into their tall trucks or SUVs, giddy-ups can't be beat. So look for the link down below, click it, go right to our website. It's as easy as that. Get these in your truck today.
So hopping in here, you notice right away, you're just getting cloth seats here. There's none of the upgraded things like a sunroof up top, you know, just a roof there. I'm even getting a bench seat right here. and that is standard. And that's because this Warlock is based on the Tradesman. It's based on the base trim truck. I do like this bench because you're still getting a bit of storage here too, and the cup holders. So if you never use it, you don't really notice because you still get a console. I also like the amount of storage down here. There's these little bins to throw stuff in. There's my camera there. There's another bin up in here, which has a bit of rubber inside, so it should actually hold on to stuff. Another thing I like is right here. Why not put a little shelf right there above the glove box? So you can see sort of the nod to utility in this interior, even up here above the screen. Now the truck we are in today has the upgraded touchscreen. This is not standard. The 8.4-inch screen still comes standard here, but yes, it is nice to get that larger screen and some of the updated features such as off-road pages. You're not going to find this on the basic trucks with the smaller screen, but it's nice. Shows you your steering angle. Right now I'm in 4 low, so it's showing you that the transfer case is locked, altitude, your coordinates, all your necessary gauges, and then pitch and roll. So yeah, nice to have that stuff even on a basic off-road truck. And then outside of that, I also just get a small little baby screen up here in front of me, and still a lot of physical gauges, not the whole digital gauge cluster that you're getting in the nicer trucks. And it just feels simpler in here too. You're just getting the simple steering wheel, sort of vinyl wrapped, the simple dash. The thing in the upgraded trucks is you really feel that attention to detail, and you don't feel it as much down here. But that's okay, because it's all in the name of saving some money. Alrighty folks, now we're heading off-road here in the Warlock. We do have Dave from Ram back there riding along. You can wave at the people, Dave, just so everybody knows who that is. And yeah, again, we're here at the Chelsea Proving Ground, so there's a lot of cool off-road obstacles that they have set up, you know, very specifically for truck development, like this staircase.
Like the staircase we're on.
Oh, the Cummins. The torque feels so good. Oh, a little bouncy there. And that's just, there's so much power here. Like I was just breathing on the throttle, just barely feathering it.
Well, so it's a 3/4 ton truck, so you're going to get a certain amount of kickback because it's empty. Next time, let's put 1,000 pounds in the bed before we start this.
Yeah, that's the other thing you notice right away. And you've probably seen here on the channel, we've done a bunch of videos with the light duty trucks. This is our first one with the heavy duty truck. And the difference is massive just in suspension, right? It's an HD. It's designed to haul crazy amounts of weights. So it's stiff. You're not going to get around that. You can get a Power Wagon and it's going to be better, but even a Power Wagon is kind of stiff because it's still a heavy-duty pickup truck, and that's just always going to be the trade-off, right?
But the thing that we're talking about today is the fact that you can get the Warlock package, which is giving you certain off-road advantages, you know, on an HD truck. If you're the guy who needs the HD truck anyway, and this is a nod to the boys up in the oil patch, yeah, you want the Cummins, you need the HD truck, but the Warlock is just going to let you get in and out of the back a little easier.
Yeah, it makes sense. And of course, they already brought out the Rebel, but yeah, the Rebel's all about sort of a much nicer interior, and it looks a lot flashier. This is for the guy who needs the actual physical off-road upgrades, but doesn't care that the interior looks like this. In fact, I'd argue, yeah, this is a more usable interior because you're getting more storage spots than you are in some of the other trucks, and a bench seat, so we could have somebody up here with us if we wanted. Not that we do.
Yeah, no, very true. This is very much, you know, the work truck, the work-focused truck. The other thing, I mean, mining, forestry, farming, any of the businesses where you need the big truck, particularly if you're hauling, and you want to get bounced around like what Steve's doing to me right now.
Well, it's coming through the water. I had to make it splash a little bit. Yeah, and actually, to your point, I can see this being a popular fleet option with some company who goes, yeah, my guy's got to get somewhere rough, but I don't want to spend all the money on a bunch of fancy interior stuff that, you know, we don't care about. So that this is hitting that sweet spot, you know?
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite things with the Cummins is that super low end torque. You can almost idle through most of these obstacles.
Right. Now I am employing a little bit of left foot braking here to try to keep it real smooth. And so far the clearance has been pretty dang good too. A couple scrapes here and there, but nothing massive.
Well, don't mess up or Dave will make sure we never come back.
Smooth is a relative term in the rock garden, I'll just say.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, in 4 low again, yeah, you just, the modulation you have and the power you have is so good. You can be real delicate with it. And of course, it's also nice that Ram now offers the high output Cummins, you know, in all of its heavy duty trucks. Because previously you had to get up into a 3500 to get the 1075 pound-feet, but now we're getting it here in the 2500. And I think there was some customers who were going, yeah, just because I'm buying a 2500, why can't I get the big power? And so they corrected that as well, and now all Ram HD customers get the big power when they go for the Cummins. So. And we can't forget about the 6.4 liter Hemi V8. That thing's been around for quite a while now, and it's a solid base option in this truck as well.
I don't know about you, but there's one thing I've always noticed about the HD Ram is that it's a big truck, but it doesn't drive that big. Like, look at the places we're getting through here right now. So, other than that,
yeah. Well, part of that's the running boards too.
Yeah, but it's somehow it seems to fit. It seems to fit well.
Yeah, I'll at least give you that the sight lines feel pretty good. The hood doesn't, it feels tall, but not massively tall. In my seating position relative to the hood does feel pretty tall. So, and the fact that I know that hood is sort of super squared off in the front end, just drops off, it does give me a pretty good sense for the whole vehicle around me. Plus, the towing mirrors here are massive, and yeah, they're kind of wide, so they're not the best sort of trying to sneak through some trees, but they are giving me a great view down the side of the truck.
Well, back here you could fold them in.
True. And yeah, we haven't mentioned the Duratrax yet. Again, very much a known quantity. These tires are nothing new, been around for a long time. In my head, a really good set of all-terrain tires. They are noisy though. It's one thing to note about the Duratrax compared to a lot of other ATs, you're gonna hear them on the highway. So there's another trade-off for you. Once you go for the off-road package, you're getting the better performance, but they're gonna be singing. And then, Dad, we can also test out the hill descent control coming down this hill. My feet are now off the brakes, off the gas. This is all truck, and this is 1 kilometer per hour. It'll really creep you down here.
Yeah, might be a little slow.
Yeah, then I can use the plus minus here on the wheel. Let's speed up 7 kilometers an hour, which is, I don't know, 2.5 miles per hour, something like that. But yeah, nice to have the hill descent control too. Again, this has pretty much become a kind of a basic feature in so many of our off-road trucks now. But it's the smoothness that's nice, that when you're coming down that hill, you don't have to worry about driving smooth. And what I like to see is that there's no ABS pulsing, there's no weird noises with the hill descent control. It just comes on dead silent, nice and smooth. It works.
Yeah, and you're not smoking your brakes.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're using your tranny and your back pressure more than your brakes.
Now finally, we're going to do these wheel lift mounts. And I think this may or may not expose sort of the one piece that's missing from this truck, which is a rear locker. You're not going to get lockers in your HD until you get up to the Power Wagon. But we do get limited slip in the rear end, or Ram calls it the anti-spin rear differential. And so that should send enough power over to get us there. And in fact, the other thing we have here is pretty excellent articulation. So I don't even think we're really lifting a wheel, because it's just able to flex enough. Yeah, a little bit of wheel lift there, but not much. And that's because it's also it's so flexy. And I'm riding the brake right now, not even the throttle. Again, speaking to the torque from the Cummins here in 4 low. And that's it for the off-road course, folks. I think that, you know, we've been beating on this in all the Ram videos, but I do think it's true. More choice is better. So now a consumer, an HD consumer, can go, well, I want the basic Warlock, I want the nicer looking Rebel, or I want the hardcore Power Wagon, and then you can choose which price point works for you. Well, folks, we are coming to the end of this one, and I'll just reiterate what I already stated. More choice is better for consumers, so I am very glad to see that Warlock has come up here to the heavy-duty lineup. So if you want to save some dollars but get the off-road upgrades, you can. And there's one thing I haven't said yet I think we need to acknowledge. Warlock is a super cool name. So yeah, folks, that's it for this one. Now please drop into the comments, let me know what you think about this HD Warlock and everything you've seen in this video. As always, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit join to become a member, and then come right back here to Truck King and see what we're testing next. See ya.